It's a little surreal to be talking about this because I knew Rivian's had a huge backlog for a long time, but at least with the R1T, they may have finally started to hit a demand slump. And it's not as simple as people just aren't buying Rivians anymore. I think there's a little bit more to it than that. I think also a lot of people are still interested in Rivians that are just waiting for the standard range battery pack to become available, / are waiting for one particular trim to show up in inventory, because Rivian has actually started offering some incentives in some credits, now offering up to $2,000 of credit towards the installation of a wall charger. And they say if you order an R1T from inventory, okay, so not a custom order, by the end of this quarter, then you'll get a wall charger and all of that extra credit to help with the installation costs. So this is a pretty competitive offering that certainly helps a lot of people out there that were thinking about getting a Rivian and wanted to have a way to charge it from home. And while it's a good start, you know, I'm not faulting them at all, and it's a great option that I hope any potential Rivian customer is aware of. I think Rivian could do better, and I think just like Zach from Jerry Rig Everything was suggesting over on Twitter today, they should do what Tesla did in the early day and launch a referral program, which definitely can bring your community a lot closer together. In fact, it turns a lot of content creators into your marketing department, because now, even if yes, a content creator is more likely to abuse a referral program, you're gonna get a lot more talk about your brand, because people are gonna want to highlight everything they like about the product. Yes, maybe even be a little bit biased towards it because they have incentive to rack in more referrals, but probably slightly less biased than a company just spending money on advertising, which who even trusts anymore, right? It's like, you want me to pay you money. It's a little different if content creator that you like to watch is telling you, hey, I love this product and I want you to check it out as well, and I think you should pay them. It's not quite dipping down to sponsorship levels of sellout, but still being fairly effective in getting more people to talk about the brand. And Rivian, I think, can do a referral program better than Lucid, which is pretty much the only other electric startup that is facing a little bit of demand issues. Although Lucid's referral program, in my opinion, is not all that compelling. For one, it's basically just you get $750 to $1,200 off depending on which absurdly expensive sedan you're buying, and then if you refer someone else, the person who referred you gets some points, which they can use on merch like t-shirts and clothes and some very basic Lucid accessories, which I don't think is that exciting. Whereas Rivian, they have way more exciting accessories that Rivian customers in general would be more likely interested in. Like, we've got the bed covers, we got the powered tonneau covers, the manual ones, we got the roof racks, the bed racks, we've got the Rivian official tents that just fold up and unfold. I've gotten to check those out in person. They are very, very nice, but also quite expensive, although I could totally see a bunch of Rivian owners online trying to push more Rivian referrals so that they can buy some more Rivian accessories and then showcase those accessories on their channel. And yeah, Rivian misses out on some accessory revenue, but the margins on those accessories were likely not that big anyway, so it's not like they're missing out on $3,000 of profit if they start giving away tents to people in the referral program. They're just losing out on whatever it costs to make that, but they're getting more sales, they're getting more people talking about them. And the much bigger advantage of Rivian starting their own referral program has to come down to the adventure network. I dare not question the fact that Tesla, more so than just electric vehicles, out of all automotive brands, Tesla has by far the most competitive referral program, because Tesla has the supercharging network, which is huge, super accessible, super reliable, it's everywhere, and there's really no better way to incentivize people to talk about Tesla and refer people to other Teslas than telling them that, hey, your road trips could be totally free. You could just rack up a couple referrals and boom, now you're able to drive across the country and back for free. What gas car is going to be offering free gasoline that takes you thousands and thousands of miles? It's unheard of in the combustion engine space, and pretty much the only electric vehicles that can offer that kind of thing are Teslas, or I guess if you're lucky enough, you can find a company that offers you free Electrify America charging, but that's not worth it because Electrify America sucks. Whereas the Rivian experience, at least from what I've heard from Rivian customers, has been much, much better with the Adventure Network, because it's kind of designed from the ground up by Rivian. And about a year ago, there were not that many stations, but it's growing every single day. And they've also just recently started charging at some Adventure Network locations. Yeah, for the first couple of years, they were letting Rivians charge for free at the Adventure Network, which is cool. But if you're hitting that stage, Rivian, where you're a bit more demand constrained and you're trying to incentivize people to take delivery of certain inventory models or of certain configurations, then a referral program program that says, hey, you can have 1,000 or 2,000 miles of free charging through the Adventure network, I think a lot more people could get on board with that. It's just an inherent advantage that Lucid does not have because they don't have their own charging infrastructure. And Rivian just has way more accessories. They got the spare tires, they even got dog bowls, beanies, and merchandise, of course, just like Lucid has. But that charging, I think, is really the big one. And just the alliteration of the R's, you know, Rivian Referrals. It just goes together so well. No, while I don't necessarily plan on taking advantage of this because I wouldn't be a Rivian owner, so I wouldn't have a referral code, I definitely have some friends with Rivians that I would love to hook up through the referral program so that they can be thanked for sharing their experience with the product. And I think that's just a great way to build a company, build a brand that a lot of content creators can feel a bit more loyal to because they're getting paid not necessarily through cash, through a sponsorship, but by making the product and the experience better, by lowering the cost of ownership. This could also include credits towards Rivian insurance, and who knows, if you rack up enough referrals, maybe letting people get a discount on a second Rivian if they decide to get another one in the future. I'm curious of what ideas you guys have for Rivian referral programs and referral programs in general. Do you think they're bad? Do you think they're good? All that stuff. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And thank you to everybody supporting this channel directly. Seriously, helps us out a ton, as does just watching these videos. So thanks again. Have an excellent rest of your day.